Okay, hold on 1 second. I know you saw the title of this video and you might have been thinking, I'm gonna get in there and smash the dislike button and go to the comment section and call him an arrogant fool. And if so, I totally get it. But if you give me like 2 seconds to explain myself, I think you might actually agree with me. And don't worry, I'm not gonna be this close to the camera the whole time. Today I wanna talk about our phones. More specifically though, our relationships with our phones. Okay, before we get into this video, I just real quick wanna say, I know that anxiety is a very, very real thing, and it's something that I've personally dealt with. So in no way is this video invalidating anybody's experiences with anxiety. I know that some anxiety is chronic, and I would never tell you that that's not real. But for the purpose of this video, I want you to borrow the lens that perhaps a lot of the anxiety and depression that we experience on a day-to-day basis, the stuff that isn't chronic, is perhaps not an issue with us, but instead an issue with our environment and what we're feeding ourselves. Also, I am in the outdoors, so there will be noises, like a plane just passed overhead and some birds are going at it. Just a heads up. So, to get this video started, I want to look at a brief history of phones. Phones have evolved insanely fast.
Sarah, get me the Bluebird Diner.
From essentially being bricks that were tied to the wall with cables, to being supercomputers that fit in our pockets.
And we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
But regardless of how much they've changed in recent times, phones were still invented for one single purpose: to be a tool to make us more efficient. So, let's talk about what our phones are to us today. So the purpose was to be a tool and something that increases our workflow, but it seems like for most people today, a phone is just an entertainment device and a time waster. Okay, now I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being entertained from time to time. That's totally fine. But I don't think the human brain was built to be stimulated 24/7. Okay, so I'm gonna name off a few adjectives. Then after I name them off, I want you to pause this video and go to the comments and comment what it is that you think I'm describing. Anxiety, depression. What do you think I'm describing? It probably sounds like I'm describing this generation. And I would agree that those two words can really describe a lot of this generation. But no, those two words are the two most common symptoms for people struggling with addiction. There's this... I love filming outside. Do I keep filming and hope the dog stops barking? Here's a screenshot of an article from rehabs.com that I found that makes some really good points. And I could pull up a chart to show you the rise in reported cases of anxiety and depression, but I don't need to because you already know how bad it's gotten. However, one interesting piece of data to look at would be the rise of cell phones and cell phone usage. I'll let you do your own research, but the popularity of cell phones in recent years and the increase of reported cases of anxiety and depression, those two lines look really similar. So, what am I getting at? Well, this generation exhibits the top two main symptoms of addiction more than any other generation previously. And we all own smartphones. Now, I'm not saying that causation equals correlation, but I think that's how the saying goes. But I do think it's worth looking into. Are we addicted to our phones? I think maybe. But I think it's more so what our phones can do for us, not our actual phones. We've become... You know when you look at the sun and it makes you feel like you're gonna sneeze? We've become so accustomed to being entertained 24/7 and just always having our brains stimulated. So I would argue that we are addicted to having our phones give us or tell us whatever we want, whenever we want it. I think the best way to describe it is that we are addicted to novelty. According to Dr. Emre Duzel, who is a professor in cognitive neuroscience, also I hope I said his name okay, he said that novelty triggers the release of dopamine in the brain as a reward, encouraging us to find out more. Social media gives us an unlimited amount of novelty. With every single swipe, we can see something totally new. Same thing with Google. With every single search, we're consistently being rewarded for our curiosity with dopamine, which is just encouraging us to keep doing whatever we're doing. Now, we all know what dopamine is. It's the happy chemical in our brains that encourages us to keep doing something. And this is the main reason why I believe the argument of us being addicted to our phones isn't really too far-fetched, because we're literally talking about dopamine. So why do I say all of this? Why did I want to make a YouTube video about this? Well, it's actually not to bum you out and just make you think, oh wow, the fan turned off. Thank God. But yeah, it's not to bum you out and just say, hey, you're addicted to your phone, you know, you're an addict. That's not the whole point of this. It's actually to give you hope. I think a lot of the anxiety and depression that this generation faces is created by us in our relationships with technology, specifically our phones. I refuse to believe that this generation is just anxious, depressed, and lonely. I think instead, we are being sold something and being told that it's normal. And then when it destroys our whole life, we think we're the ones to blame. But I don't think we're the only ones to blame. I don't think it's totally an us problem. We are being fed some garbage and being told it's okay and normal. We're being told that being on our phones all the time is, it's just what this generation does. But that, my friend, is trash. So what can you do about it? Well, for me, I turned my iPhone into a dumb phone. I did this by erasing everything that wasn't a utility. Anything that wasn't serving a purpose, I got it out of there. Anything that was entertainment, gone. Because I don't want cheap entertainment from a computer in my pocket. That is not real. I want the entertainment of living, of seeing new things, experiencing new things, meeting new people. Life is already so beautiful and so entertaining just the way it is. And we're all missing it because we're addicted to our phones. So if you agree with me and want to turn your phone into a dumb phone too, then I'll link those videos below. I made 2 videos about it and maybe they'll help you out as well.
Okay, real quick, in case any of that was hard to follow, I want to give you a summary of my thought process and how I got to the conclusion that we're addicted to our phones. So, 1, this generation is known for being the most depressed and anxious generation ever. And then right after that, depression and anxiety are known for being the top 2 symptoms or side effects of addiction. We're also the first generation where pretty much everybody has a cell phone. Cell phones create novelty. Novelty creates dopamine, and dopamine is addictive. So then my argument is, for those who don't chronically have anxiety, for the rest of us, I don't think we have anxiety. I think we have an iPhone, or just a smartphone in general. I think what we're all experiencing is a direct effect of something that we're being told is normal, but in fact, our human brain can't take it. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk.
Anyway, thank you for listening to my rant. I would love to hear your thoughts about this video. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I want to know. Tell me in the comments what you thought about this. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, videos that encourage us to grow together, then hit subscribe because I'd love to have you on this journey with me. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.